Hey guys, welcome to my Cyberpunk review. First off though, as you can see me. Yes, I am in a closet. Okay, I'm in a closet. We only want the best quality for you guys. I want to be able to look you guys in the eyes as I gave you my thoughts on this game. And I don't know, depending on if you like it or not, we might keep it this way. Let me know in the comments. Is this something you want? Would you rather see my face as I gave reviews, or you want to go back to the whole just gameplay and voiceover? Let me know. But without further delay, let me give you my thoughts and ideas in the review I thought about this game. What the fuck happened? What happened? CD Projekt Red, you were the chosen one. You were supposed to succeed, not fall like the others.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this thing, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! My brother Anakin! I loved you!
In all serious though, I can tell you what happened, and it's very simple. It was corporate greed. Now I know some of you are going to say, but they were bullied online, and people complain about being pushed back, and they sent them death threats, and it's not fair because they had to release early because everyone stopped them. And yes, I do agree with you. As players, we need to grow up and realize that delays are a good thing, and not be negative about it, or even send death threats to devs. Like, what the fuck is that about? When they announced that. Now, I mean, games like Looking at You, Star Citizen, they push back 10 fucking years. Obviously, that's ridiculous, but usually nowadays, when a company says, hey, we have to push back a game, we need to be accepting of that, because what happened is ridiculous. However, that isn't the reason why they released it in the state it was. That isn't the matter of fact. The real reason they wanted that sweet holiday money. Internally, management told devs the game had to be out before 2020 of the holiday because they wanted that money. And they worked their devs overtime, they made cuts, and they lied about the state of the game on consoles. I mean, they even came out and said in an investor call that they financially could have survived if they had kept pushing the game back. And there really isn't any reason. And it's just, honestly, it's just disappointment. Sorry, I have flashbacks to my dad. Honestly, it's really sad because not only did they hurt their own reputation, but it also made it impossible for some players to even enjoy the game. I know this was a game I was looking forward to all year, and 13 million copies sold tells me it was also for everyone else. If I had gotten the version that console players received, it would have really crushed my soul. Because past all these bugs, because the state of the game it came in, it's a really good game. So what makes this game so great? What makes it so great that, like me personally, I have put in over 100 hours in gameplay in less than a month's time. And there's just a lot of things, but the main three things I feel like are the pillars of what they did so well this game is the story, the acting, and the immersion of the world of this game. They did absolutely amazing at these three. First, the immersion of the world is wonderful. Bustling streets, trash, clutter, the ambiance of the city really pulled me in. Now, I know, again, console version, God bless PC Master Race, you didn't get this. And again, it just adds on to that. It's very disappointing because it really, it was a wonderful backdrop for just wonderful characters that are well performed, and it just pulled me in for hours. I really want to shout out and appreciate Keanu Reeves for his performance. It feels like whenever a movie actor gets pulled into a game, it's only for their name alone, and they kind of just shoe in their performance. Peter Dinklage. But he did really well. He really put in his acting chops to the test and brought Johnny Silverhand alive. He was believable in his voice and his tone, and I really want to appreciate him. Past him, you have wonderful characters such as like Flaming Crotchman or Brendan, that are just these weird little side characters that even they were formed very well and were written well and made it believable that these were living people with their own problems inside of Night City. On top of that, most important thing, you have 4 romance options. Got to get your bang power in. For 4 of the side characters have their own story. Those include Judy, River, Carrie, and Panam. Now, they all kind of have some aspect to your story. River really just kind of was there. You had to really go find him. Panam and Judy probably had the biggest influence on the actual stories you went through it. Panam definitely, which is okay. They all have their own sexual orientation, which again, I like that too for being realistic, but I don't want to be stuck with Panam. I mean, she's just a tomboy, and like maybe I want to get with Judy. Maybe I want someone else interesting. Why is she the only option I have as a romance?
The hell out and away. Questions? Comments? Motions?
Nice job, Sunshine.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
Okay, now that we have Best Girl Panam, how's the story? It's pretty awesome. It really brings you into the world of Cyberpunk. But the game is only 15-20 hours long. Shut up! Where that is true, however, that's only if you just rush the story. If you just rush the story and you don't do any side quests whatsoever, you literally go from point A to point B, the game is only 20 hours long. But I implore you, if you have not gotten this game, if you're not one of 13 million and you're just going to get this game now and start it, do the side quest, please. It is such a key part to the game, and you will miss out on just so much. Again, characters like Flaming Crotchman and Brain, you'll miss out on them completely if you do not do the side quests. So I implore you, please do them. And really, are you playing an open world RPG right if you're just rushing the story? I don't know who gets Skyrim and talks about how they just enjoyed playing from point A to point B to kill Anduin. The combat was all right for a first time done in first person shooter. The most exciting thing about combat probably was the cyberware. That was, you know, your Manus Blade, your Mono Wire, your hacking abilities. That probably was the most interesting aspect of the entire combat. Just being able to just slice people up, explode them at range. Again, hacking, able to make them, you know, blow themselves up or turn on their own allies. It was just great. It was amazing. And it really makes it okay for how simple the shooting mechanics were. I do want to say, though, hand-to-hand combat is abysmal. It's a nightmare. There is a side quest where you have to hand-to-hand combat some enemies for a quest. And I honestly, every time I did those, I played on hard and moved it to easy every time. Because it was just so difficult, even on normal, to fight these guys. Unless you actually built yourself to be hand-to-hand combat. Just ridiculous. But all in all, it's a wonderful game, and I think any fan of single player RPGs needs to enjoy it. They need to play it. They need to experience this. However, when the next CD Projekt Red game comes out, probably Witcher 4, it really needs to be a polished product. If they do what they did with the launch of Cyberpunk, they will truly have fallen to the dark side. I'm excited to see what expansion will bring too for Cyberpunk, or even a Cyberpunk 2. I really enjoyed this game, and I wish console players at launch were able to experience it just like I did. If I were to give this game a review, I would give it out of 10. Now, this is solely based on my experience. This is what I experienced on PC day one. I know, again, people on console, you're going to have a completely different experience, and I would probably give what y'all got a 3 out of 10 because it's just unplayable. But for me, and luckily for me, for the experience I had on PC, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's a great starting point for a new franchise. In future iterations, especially in 2 or future expansions, I definitely need to see an up in the gunplay, definitely fix the melee combat, and definitely more customization to just how you can take things on. Other than that, maybe one day it'll be 10 out of 10. This has been great, guys. Make sure to subscribe and ding our dong so you can update every time we upload a video. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Please let us know. And I can't wait to see the next video. So until then, this has been Neff, and may all your success be critical.